Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. It's the weekend reading. How is your weekend? Have you got any plans? I've got a creaky chair and not much to do. Okay, this is for Saturday the 2nd and Sunday the 3rd of September 2023. I am surrounded by building stuff, and also in the hotel we have a few clothes actually. On the upstairs clothing rail, we have a pair of neon pink ankle socks. Now, I don't know about you, just checking that my thing's plugged in, but I am a big fan of neon, so I'm giving that the absolute thumbs up. We've got a tank top, which is kind of cream and silver. Not bad. I think I would wear that too. And then a few other nondescript bits that I can't work out what they are. Could be some cargo trousers or something like that. So not bad selection. Okay, I'm just gonna bring that across a little bit. Oh, that's better. Itchy nose. So let me know your plans. We are using a new tarot deck called the Essential Tarot. Small but perfectly formed. And this is by, it's so essential and pared down, it doesn't say. And blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Chloe Zarka Grinsner. Okay. Chloe Zarka Grinsner. What do we need to know, please, for the weekend? The weather is a bit, I don't know, it's weird. So I'm wearing a jumper because it actually looks like November outside, but it's actually warm. So I know. Ooh, nice. And then we've got a new Oracle deck as well. I know. The ambassador is really spoiling us. When was the last time you had a Ferrero Rocher? I have not had one. It's weird because I hated them at school. And for some reason, if anyone brought chocolates into school, it was always Ferrero Rocher. Because they were kind of like a bit posh, weren't they? It's like, oh, I'm bringing in some Ferrero Rocher. And I'd be like, oh, praline. Never been a huge fan of praline. And then about 10 years ago or something, it was ages ago, I don't know why, probably someone had a box given to them at work. They came home and I just quaffed loads of them. I was like, where have these been all my life, ambassador? I know. And they were very Moorish. So let me know your thoughts on Ferrero Rocher. Either way. Ooh. That's not bad actually. Let's have an overall oracle card, and it's you. Okay, cool. So we've got a nice moon in Aries going, and I think we kind of need that to drag us out of our Pisces, you know, swing that we're in, the sort of underwater Tai Chi that is a Pisces full moon with everything going like this, and you're just like, oh my God. And then we've got a nice Aries moon that comes in and goes, what? Come on, let's go, everybody go. And in keeping with that, we've got the 7 of Wands, which is Mars in Leo. Mars in Leo is fighting talk. It's boundaries, and it's in this, still can't speak with Mercury retrograde. In the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's somebody who's kind of got a wand like this, and they're sort of beating people off, aren't they? Or they're threatening to. They're just holding it here, and it's like, here is my line. I always think of this as a boundaries card. You know, it has boundaries. It's about asserting yourself. There's been a certain streak of fire going on through our readings for the last 4 weeks or so. And I feel this is no exception, okay? And it might be about money, because that keeps coming up for all of us. How we live, how we manage our work life or our home life or our pentacles or whatever it is. We may need to speak up a bit and say something and draw a line in the sand. And it's not very comfortable. People aren't comfortable talking about money, especially not in the UK. We're terrible for it. But at the end of the day, it can really start to smell if you don't talk about it. Then we have, weirdly and very in keeping with that, the 9 of Pentacles. Now, the 9 of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo. I know, of course, Venus, the planet of love and also money. And Virgo, the planet of being quite organised with your cash. Not all Virgos are. Let me know if you're a Virgo, how you operate with money. Because in my experience of Virgos, because we all say, oh, Virgo, you know, they've all got a spreadsheet and everything. I don't think it's that extreme, actually. I think with Virgos that instead they know where the money is and they know what the numbers are, but it may be scrawled on the back of an envelope. Let me know what you think. And then next to that, 9 of Pentacles, which is about being independent, and it's about getting your money in the bank, and I worked for this and this is what I've done. We then have the Star. Now, the Star is Aquarius energy, but it's also the energy of manifesting and luck and co-creation and keep your feet, what was it, Casey Kasem, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Yeah, reaching for your dreams. We may be very keen on the practical stuff at the moment, but it's very important not to lose sight of that too. And then old friend, the Hanged Man, comes in, and of course this represents being in a retrograde state, while at the same time the element of fire is wanting us to push forward. And I don't know what is happening there with the astrology, so if anybody knows, chip in about the astrology of what's going on, why we have this need to kind of power forward and then this retrograde holding us back. Oh, we know what you are. Mercury retrograde comes up again in the form of the 6 of Cups. There is a flower that's going through its little routine of blooming. 6 of Cups is a card you would really expect for Mercury retrograde. It's the sweetness of the past. It's looking back. It can be thinking about lost love. It could be thinking about old houses you've lived in or money opportunities you once had. You know, how did I let that pass me by? That kind of feeling. There's a slight feeling of longing, but also a feeling of sweetness about it. And then, not so sure why they just have so much snakiness in this. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is, of course, the card that says there will be a change of fortunes. It's major arcana. So it's nothing's going to be particularly coming to fruition until after the 15th of September. That's my take on it. I think we're in a very strong Mercury retrograde, and I don't think, and again, let me know in the comments section, I don't think it's so much about mobile phones breaking and the fridge not working. That is happening a bit. It's a bit deeper than that. It's also about our deepest regrets and how we don't want to repeat them and how we're determined not to continue the way we have been. I think there's a lot of that in the macro and the micro. Now, I've also got a new oracle. Ooh, I like that one. A new oracle deck as well, which is this one. The Shaman's Dream Oracle, Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reed. Nice box, as the actress said to the bishop. Or maybe it was the other way around. Let's have a look at the crossing. I like this. I love a bridge. I love bridges anyway. I love the architecture of bridges. I love the fact with bridges, and this is going to sound really obvious, but I love the fact that a bridge saves you such a long way round something. And I feel like that is very relevant to whatever's going on with you. I feel like There's a very circuitous and difficult route, or you can just cross the bridge, which is scarier, but quicker and better, okay? You have come to stand on one side of a river. The opposite bank leads into darkness of the eternal cave, where the old dies and then is born again. This is a place where time is forgotten and the seasons cease their dance and stand still as if in temporary repose. Nice. Love a bit of repose. You must cross the river now. Honouring and respecting this transition, it's time to say goodbye to your old ways of navigating your world. That's just what we said so hot about Mercury retrograde. Don't be afraid. You've come to the edge of the river because you're ready. You're ready to let go of what doesn't serve you and all the ways in which you've kept yourself from truly living. Yes, this is what the Mercury retrograde is all about. Intimacy requires vulnerability and truth. Can you strip away the masks and the barriers of false strength to discover what you're really made of? Step into the boat waiting for you. Let it carry you into the cave, where the shadows are waiting to be illuminated so you can be born again into the world without denial or artifice, making the crossing as a beautiful, powerful act of the highest love. So there we are, the crossing. That was very coherent. I'm going to go now before I manage to do something and hope that this thing uploads, because who knows? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what Mercury retrograde is particularly highlighting for you and what your plans are for the weekend. See you soon. Namaste.